Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 38 of my Bloodborne effective run. I apologize, I didn't have the goods on Lawrence. I don't have the goods on Lawrence. Lawrence is a boss I've just never gotten the hang of. Everybody has a boss like this, and Lawrence is mine. I'm definitely the weakest against Lawrence versus every boss in the game, including Chalice Dungeons, where there are a couple bosses there that are unique that I am, mildly scared of, like the Bloodletting Beast or the Abhorrent Beast. But Lawrence overall is the boss I am weakest against. I have beaten him one-on-one 2 times. Once in this video, and once before that in my Maria cosplay build. Also, I apologize. First half of the video, while being a fun montage to make, unfortunately a lot of that footage I had lost the original audio on, so I was at a struggle as to what to do with it. So I settled on the Death Taj with the Lawrence music. I was originally going to try to time it with 1812 Overture, but I just didn't really have enough footage to do that how I wanted, and I'm pretty happy with the way it just kind of works out with the Lawrence boss fight. It isn't quite as memey as I was originally hoping for, but it works. So let's go get our free blood vials to mitigate our losses, because I do chug through them here and begin the fight with Lawrence for our final victory. Phase 1 Lawrence is relatively easy once you get used to it. It's the Cleric Beast with the Maria mechanic of having a trail of flame behind it. So that's not too bad. The really tough part with Lawrence would probably be his second phase when he starts using a wheelchair. Or rather, needs a wheelchair. Lawrence does a lot of fire damage, so hence you'll probably see the wardrobe change. I am wearing the best fire resistance set I could find out of all the gear I currently am using. I think the Bone Ash set might overall be better. I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to research that in post. But yeah, Lawrence is by far the pinnacle of Bloodborne for me. When I am doing any sort of run, beating Lawrence means I have beat the game. This is my final boss. The rest of the bosses don't really pose much of a threat to me for a couple reasons. One, they're just not as challenging as the DLC bosses in general. And two, going through the DLC and leveling up will level you. So here's where the hard part begins, and I just never quite got the feel of it. I've heard a lot of people say you can chill on his right side, but there's just so much lava always around him. There's lava coming out of his butt, and this game teaches you to get behind the enemy, and they betray that idea here. So everything you've learned up to this point on how to fight enemies is kind of moot. So Lawrence, I fight much more akin to how I would fight a Dark Souls boss, except I don't have a shield. And then I just wait for an opening and wail away. Unfortunately, when he gets hit like that, he poops out a whole bunch of lava, and you can't really wail on him too long, otherwise you'll step into the lava and die. Don't ask me how I know. Although if you watch the earlier montage, you'll see what I mean. I end up going through all of my resources. I apologize. I don't know what to do. I wrapped my head around this. I intentionally practiced off-screen, too, to try to see if I could get some sort of strat as to, like, here's where you stand and here's where you wail away, and I just couldn't get the feel on my own, and I don't know. I think the answer for Lawrence might just be grinding. Getting good is always one thing, but I think one of the big answers is going to be that my character wasn't strong enough for how I play, or who knows, any number of things. But getting that 50 health, 50 strength skill might have made a huge difference. I could go back on the on Damien, the other character who's got a similar build, and give it a go and see how quickly I get through him. But yeah, unfortunately, this was a good moment for me, and anybody who's been dependent on my run to get good, this is going to be a good moment for you unless you just play differently and have the feel for it. I've kind of found that attack was quite baitable. A lot of people told me to get to his big feathery arm and just sit in it, and I kept finding that he would sweep out and get me. So, and everything I looked up online was kind of baiting this attack. So, I'm really sorry. I wish I had a better strategy for you, but I don't. Bait this attack, get a few swipes in, and get away. It's not sexy. It's not clever. It's definitely counterintuitive to the entire build too. So this this just by design might be the hardest fight for us to get through, because of the nature of the build that we've made here. This is the one fight where it just doesn't work out for us. And I don't know. I think there's a whole lot of getting lucky too, or standing in the exact right spot, because there's a whole lot of that done in other bosses I fight, where I just kind of stand in the exact spot, like Orphan for instance. I just stand in a spot where I'm kind of safe, and Lawrence, I couldn't really find that or suss it out. Second phase, I did finally get through and beat him. What did it cost? Everything. It cost me, well, if you look how many beast blood pellets I have, I think it might have cost me, I don't remember how many I had when I started. I can go back and look at the video. Easily over 10 beast blood pellets. I think maybe 13. Might have been 11, 12, 13 tries to get through this. It's a tough fight. As for what I'm planning on doing next, I don't know if I'm going to do challenge dungeons or I'm going to just start a Dark Souls 3 neglected run. I want to look and see if there's a neglected run or a neglected build people don't use and see if I can make it effective. But this has been the Lawrence boss fight. I thank you for watching, and please stay safe in this pandemic world as we destroy this big jerk. It's all your fault, Lawrence. It's all your fault. Everything in this game. Goodbye, everyone, and have a wonderful night.